Good afternoon, everyone. Can you all hear me? Okay, great. So I'll go ahead and get started. I know there's quite a few people in the room already. I want to thank you all for joining us today. This Before I get started, I also want to thank our Division for Planning and Institutional Effectiveness. Those of you all may or may not be aware that we recently appointed Jared Blighty to serve as the interim Vice President for Planning and Institutional Effectiveness. Him and Amanda, under her leadership as a Director of Marketing, have assisted us with putting together this session of series. And I wanted to give you all just a quick overview of the intent of why we are having these types of forums at the college. I think it's very important that we keep open lines of communication and that we share with the college community whenever we have updates and decisions that are being made at the board level and as part of our board meetings that stem ultimately from the discussions that we're having with the administration and cabinet and discussions and decisions that are being made from the office of the president or from my office. So we want to operate fully transparently. We want to give the campus community the opportunity to ask questions, to get clarifying responses on some of the inquiries or concerns or recommendations that they may have. And I genuinely feel that these types of venues allow for that. The reason that it's all that much more important is that we are able to pivot and quickly make decisions that impact the college and ultimately the community as a whole, and the way that we provide exemplary service to not only our campus community but also our students. So I want to thank you all, each and every one of you all, in your respective roles. I know we often wear several hats within the institution, but a large part of the work that we do cannot be done without you. So we thank you on behalf of my office, on behalf of our cabinet, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees. I want to thank you all for leading our mission and our vision and the work that you all do from day to day. It is instrumental in the goals that we have, not only for the upcoming year, but in the years to come. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and begin going over some of the decisions and ultimately some of the discussions that we had during yesterday's board meeting. I'm very, very excited regarding the decisions and the determinations that were made yesterday. Just to provide everyone with some quick overarching updates with respect to some of the information that we provided to the board. Our Office of Human Resources, or as we were terming it, talent development, provided the board an update on where we are at with the new applicant tracking system for individuals to apply for positions that are available at the college. Those of you may or may not have already peeked into the platform or have began using it. It's NeoEd. It's an amazing platform. It's very streamlined. I know we've gotten a lot of good feedback with respect to how it differs from Cornerstone. I know there were some issues in Cornerstone that were a little problematic, just in the use of it and just how streamlined it wasn't in how we were managing individuals applying for positions at the college. I'll share that me myself in using it. One of the things that irked me, and I think that's the best word to use, is the box that you check on whenever you're trying to approve a requisition. In Cornerstone, for whatever reason, you had to click on it several times in order to actually get it to stay and ultimately process that requisition. And the new platform with the NeoEd is a lot more streamlined. We are planning on using that platform for things like the professional development plans that we have planned at the college and the training offerings that we are hoping to put together, and also the yearly performance reviews and appraisals. So just keep an eye out for that. I want to thank our human resources and talent development team for executing that project very effectively and efficiently. That project was rolled out from the initial kickoff start date. It only took the department 14 days to actually complete the full project and make it available and accessible to the college community. So if you get an opportunity to stop by the talent development office and visit with our human resources team, I would encourage you to thank them for that work and basically executing that initiative so effectively. Another update that I have for everyone with respect to yesterday's board meeting is the consideration and possible action to designate campus expression spaces. And this stems from Senate Bill 2972. As an institution, we are required to have designated spaces on campus for expressive activities. So anytime we're going to have a guest speaker on campus that wants to make use of an external outdoor public space, the campus has designated specific areas. So if ever anyone reaches out to you or maybe is inquiring about having that type of event on campus, I would highly recommend that you coordinate and have them contact our office, and we'll go ahead and facilitate that process to make sure that they're using the correct designated spaces or answer any questions that they may have. So we've designated a total of 4 that were approved and authorized formally by the board last night. Those 4 locations are obviously across the 4 sites, one in Beeville, one in Alice, one in Kingsville, and one in Pleasanton. And that recommendation to the board came from the discussions that we were having with our facilities and planning team, and ultimately with our cabinet level executives on where would be the best place to actually designate in order for those activities to take place. The other some updates that we had were with respect to our compensation plan. Those we did take some mid-year reviews or modifications to the board for review and approval, and they were ultimately approved by the board. This process typically takes place, historically has taken place every December. So we got ahead of this initiative and wanted to make sure that we had discussions amongst cabinet on the needs for the college and ultimately the needs for our students and the divisions and our employees. So those recommended modifications were approved last night, and they are available as part of the board packet that's published online. So I would encourage you, if you have any questions regarding those changes, feel free to reference that document. Once again, I think we're back up. I think the system crashed a little bit, but hopefully we resolved that technical difficulty. We have about 42 people online, or 43 at this time. So the other items that I wanted to discuss is we do have a vacancy on our board of trustees, and that is obviously it was placed on the agenda last night for the boards to accept that resignation for place 2 for our trustee, Mr. Massengill. As part of that process, the board is also required to outline and approve the procedures that outline basically allowing someone to fill that vacancy and how the college is going to be facilitating that process. So our office is currently in the process of actually advertising that within the local newspaper. So that will be available throughout the community here in Beeville. If there's anyone that you think would serve as a valuable resource to us on the board, I would highly encourage you to have those discussions and encourage them to submit an application. Ultimately, those recommendations or those applications are reviewed by the board, and the board will determine who is going to be appointed based off the applications and criteria that they have set for their review. So the project that I wanted to highlight, an initiative, and I know we've been having these discussions recently across the college and engaging with our communities and making sure that we're taking a bold stance on how we approach enrollment, right, and our strategic enrollment strategy. And in my opinion, last night, the board took a very bold step in the right direction on what type of resources we offer our students in order for them to complete degrees here at Coastal Bend College. So last night, the board did authorize and approve of the establishment of the Coastal Bend Promise program. What that is, it's a dollar-to-dollar match on fees for students that are enrolled or that have registered and taken courses within our service district area. And sorry, I apologize for the lighting. We have a little bit of a technical difficulty. If you give me just a moment. I didn't want to jump up and wave my hands during the the recording. So The board did approve of the establishment of the Promise program. We are planning to launch that in fall of 2026. So in coordination with our marketing team, we will begin that enrollment campaign, and we expect that we will have students or first-time in college students that will spike in interest of attending Coastal Bend College based off that initiative. So we will be piloting it for 3 years, and the goal for that is to make sure that we review the financial viability of that initiative long term. I also want to share that at last week's foundation board meeting, the Coastal Bend College Foundation Board authorized $100,000 in initial seed funds to fund the Promise program. So this initiative is in collaboration with our Board of Trustees, but also the Coastal Bend College Foundation Board. I do want to share that there is going to be criteria regarding the Promise program and who is eligible. It's a point of question that the board had at last night's meeting, and I think it's important to share with you all just some of the details. In order for students to be eligible, they do have to reside within our service district counties. Within the past 12 months, they'll be residents of our service district areas, and they also have to remain enrolled full-time at the college. They have to be TSI ready in math, and they have to maintain a 2.0 GPA. So we are allocating resources to student success in a very strategic and intentional way. And the reason that those requirements are in place is because not only do we want to give students the opportunity to access this resource, but we want to make sure that we're assisting them with making sure that they graduate in a timely manner and that we position them to be successful, whether it is that they want to move on to an additional certification or degree here at Coastal Bend College, or if they want to transfer out to another institution that offers a four-year degree. So we're very happy and very excited about that initiative. And now that we have board approval, we will be taking a more intentional approach to seeking additional grant funding that would match what the Coastal Bend College Foundation has already provided in support for that initiative. The next item that I'd like to discuss is the interinstitutional agreement for the Career to Jaguar Rural Scholars Program. This is an initiative between Coastal Bend College and South Texas College. And I think the best way or the simplest way to basically describe this initiative, it is the first 2+2 Promise initiative within the state. What that means is in coordination with South Texas College and an MOU that we have drafted, we are partnering to offer a cohort of 15 students that are associate degree graduates from Coastal Bend College a tuition-free bachelor's degree at South Texas College through this MOU. So we're very excited about this, not only because it's the first initiative like this throughout the state, but more importantly, because once again, we're giving students access to this opportunity at very minimal costs once we, as an institution and through these MOUs, partner to provide basically or cover the tuition that they have as part of this course offering. So we're very excited about that. Our marketing team, once again, will begin sharing information regarding this initiative and the requirements, and working collaboratively with the South Texas College Marketing Department to basically gauge interest and ultimately establish the initial cohort for this pilot in fall of next year as well. The other item that I wanted to go over is the board self-evaluation, which we covered briefly during open session, but primarily during closed executive session. And I do want to give everyone an overview of that agenda item, and specifically how it ties to the goals that the board has set for me as president of the institution. I have several goals and several initiatives that I know with your support and with the support of our cabinet, we will be able to execute very efficiently and effectively over the next year. If I could summarize those goals, they do align with new program development. You all have began seeing that with the establishment of the Associate of Applied Science and Project Management that will be launching next fall of 2026. It also aligns with making sure that we are mindful of the limited resources that our peers and our partners have, and not only partners within the community like our local ISDs, but also our students and their families. So initiatives that tie back to our instructional division, for example, the transition towards open educational resources, which would obviously be a cost savings to our students and our families in their pursuit of a degree at Coastal Bend College. We're also looking at updates or modifications to the faculty contracts. It's something that we've been having some very open conversations with Faculty Senate and the faculty leadership groups on those revisions and what that contract will look like in the upcoming year. So that's work that I'm also very, very proud of, because we've had some very open dialogue on what the needs are for our students ultimately and how we can collaborate as a team to move our mission forward and assist our students in supporting them to complete the degrees at Coastal Bend College. So the other primary focus area in those strategic priorities are really using data to drive a lot of our day-to-day decision making. I know recently the feedback that I've gotten is that data hadn't been available as quickly as we would like for it to be in order for us to make decisions and plan strategically. And part of the realignment in organizational structure, specifically in the creation of the Vice President of Planning and Institutional Effectiveness role, is basically to begin addressing those operational issues in a more strategic way. So we're very happy about the direction that the college is taking and being more strategic and really using data to guide our decisions from day to day. So I'm excited for what the planning and institutional effectiveness team will do within the upcoming weeks and months. I know I've had some discussions with Mr. Blydry on his vision for that area and how we'll support you. I know you all have already been working very closely with Mr. Blydry and also Braden Reed, who now serves as the Senior Director of Institutional Effectiveness Planning and Assessment. So the other area is obviously policies and procedures. This topic stemmed from a lot of the discussions that we were having as part of Institutional Leadership Council. And a lot of the feedback that we're receiving from employees was that the college needed to have procedures and processes outlined so there was some type of continuity in the event that there was transitions in roles or responsibilities. And I think one of the greatest risks that we have as an institution is that we don't have those procedures outlined and that we oftentimes know what the process is, but we don't quantify it or place it in a document where we all operate by the same standard and ultimately reduce the amount of risk that the college has because of that. So that is going to be another one of the priorities that we have set for the institution. Obviously, employee well-being is something that is very, very important to not only the cabinet, but also the board, in making sure that you all are obviously serving our students, but that we're also mindful of the work that you do and that we support you in making sure that we try and provide that work-life balance in the work that we're undertaking here together. So initiatives like the 4.5-day work week speak to that. I'm very excited about that. I know a lot of individuals have given me some feedback that they are also very supportive of that initiative. So I think everyone's excited for the first week of January when we transition fully to that framework. If you're not, let me know, send me an email. I'll be more than happy to share it with our cabinet and with our board, but I don't expect that we haven't had a lot of or any negative feedback for that matter regarding this initiative specifically. So those are some of the updates, higher level updates that I have regarding last night's board meeting. I'd be more than happy to answer any clarifying questions or also take any feedback that you all may have on items that we as a cabinet may need to be focusing on or that you'd like for us to focus on in the months ahead.
Dr. Suarez, at this point, we don't have any questions. If you do have a question, you will need to drop that in the Q&A. But right now, we have none.
Y'all are going to take it easy on me for this first one, right? That's what's happening here. I welcome all the questions. So please, I would highly encourage you if you do have any questions or anything that I can help clarify. That's what these sessions are for.
We have no questions.
Well, since there's no questions, I do have some more projects that I want to highlight. I think so. Things that are in the works, and just some kudos that I want to extend to all of the team. Like I said, this is a team effort. Cabinet understands, the board understands that the work that we do day to day cannot be done without you. So I thank each and every one of you for the work that you do day to day, and the dedication that you have to our students and to our community. It's evident in the great work that's taking place and some of the initiatives that we've been able to launch in just such a short amount of time. I think one of the comments that we got from the Board of Trustees yesterday was, these are a lot of new initiatives and a lot of good projects that have been launched very recently. And I do make it a point to explain to them that it's because of your leadership, and it's because of you everyone rolling up their sleeves and basically getting this work done. So it does take a strong community, and I know that we have that here at Coastal Bend College. So just some highlights and things that I want to kind of share with you all recently. We did get notified by San Diego ISD that they will be fully transitioning their early college high school framework completely back to Coastal Bend College. They have typically partnered, they've had like a hybrid model where they partner with Del Mar and CBC. So I think that's evident in the community building that is taking place. And Susie, I want to thank you for that, and establishing those very strong partnerships and making sure that we're visible within the community and that we keep those open lines of communication with our partners. Similar, we also had Telosa Midway, that is also going to be transitioning all of their early college high school framework back to Coastal Bend College. So we expect, I think, approximately about 400 students that would come through that pipeline and in that partnership through dual credit. So once again, the engagement that you all have with our communities and with our students and with our partners allow us to undertake this very positive work and have an impact on the community. We are being very intentional about our marketing and our branding strategy. I'm very excited about Friday. The reason for that is because Friday, our marquee, actually all of the marquees will be updated by next Monday. So if I'm not mistaken, they're working on the marquee here in Beeville on Friday, and on Monday they will be updating the marquees in Alice and Kingsville. Basically the wraps with the Coastal Bend College logo on the signage that we have out by the main roads are all getting a refresh, and a rebrand, not a rebrand, but a refresh with basically the updates to the wrap. So once again, we're really focusing very strategically on our image and our brand and making sure that it speaks to the quality of the employees and the instructional programs that we have at the college and the work that you do day to day. So needless to say, it's been a very exciting month. It's going to be a very exciting week, and I know we're ramping up to have the winter employee appreciation luncheons the first week of December. So I'm excited to connect with you all again and just get some feedback on, what are we doing well, and what can we do better, and how can we support you in the work that's taking place day to day. And as I mentioned to you all, I always have an open door. Oftentimes I'm not in my office, but that's not intentional, but it is, there is a reason behind it. So for instance, today I was at the A&M Kingsville State of the University address, where Dr. Vela was speaking on some of the great initiatives that they're undertaking that we can partner with them on. So I would encourage you all to engage with our community, engage with our students, and let us know as a cabinet and also as a board how we can support you in that work. So those are some of the updates that I have. I know we have the gala coming up as well, December 13th. If you haven't marked your calendar, please do. I would encourage you to attend. It's going to be a fun-filled, event. There's going to be a lot of community members there, and I'd love to connect with you as well as part of that event. If it's something that you have availability to attend, we would encourage that. I do want to highlight also our mission moment from yesterday's board meeting, which is also very important in the work that we do, is just acknowledging our employees in support of our mission and our vision as a college. Last night, we actually highlighted Amanda Ramirez, who is our director of marketing. Amanda has been doing an instrumental job, as many of you do. Obviously, we can only highlight one employee per month, because if not, then we'd be in there for 10 hours during every board meeting. So, but Amanda has been instrumental in a lot of the outreach that we are doing and engagement that we have had within the community. I know we often post content on Facebook and social media, and I'm typically the face of the college as a president, but it is Amanda, it is our teams, right? It is you behind the scenes working at either to make sure that event takes place and gets scheduled, or that the table setups are put together, or that we have the swag available as part of those community engagement events. So I want to thank Amanda and her team, and once again, you all, if there's ever any event that you want to engage with and you want to attend with me on behalf of the Office of the President, I would encourage you to. We do get back a little late sometimes. I know the other day we were at Dobie Dichos, and that was a really good event, and we ended up getting back around like 10 p.m. or 11, but we were able to engage with a lot of our donors and some of the individuals that help support our mission at the college as well. So Amanda, thank you and your team, and as part of that, I want to say that there's more to come, so just be patient with us. We are seeing the work that you all are doing, and we do plan to acknowledge that work. But obviously, we can only chip away at it a bit of a time. So we thank you for your patience. So Amanda, if it's okay with you, could you highlight some of the upcoming community engagement activities that we have that maybe some of the team members would want to take part in or support?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Love to tell you, it's a great time to be at CBC, first of all. But before we get into that, I did want to see, are you able to see Professor Williams' question? Did it come through for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We can make that draft language available to, we can share it with Faculty Senate, and our administration has no problem with that being shared with faculty in general, and that can be shared right away. We have the draft document readily available.
Great. Well,
So by
that
end
is
of day, yeah.
wonderful.
Mhm.
That is the only question that has come through so far. So beyond that, yes, fantastic community engagement opportunities coming up. The first of which is going to be the community Thanksgiving turkey drive. So we will be providing turkeys, Thanksgiving items for families in B County. That's going to take place on November 24th, on this Monday, 5 p.m. We're going to do a drive-through through the Beeville campus. And as I say this, this isn't just something that's limited to the Beeville location. We are doing similar efforts at all of the CBC locations. Dr. Castaneda can speak to that. She's been setting up some fantastic things. So we will have some reports to give you on all of that. I know we partnered with the Atascosa Veterans Office, and they were really excited to get that donation. So she did a great job there. But that is the first one up. You're gonna see many, many more coming. So stay tuned to social media. Oh, the meet and greets. Yes, if you have not talked about that yet, Dr. Suarez, you may want to mention those meet and greets that are coming up.
Thank you, Amanda. So I know we have some scheduled meet and greets throughout our entire service district area. Obviously, we are facilitating those at each of the locations. We've already hosted the meet and greet in Kingsville. Obviously, the meet and greet here in Beeville as well. The meet and greet in Alice is scheduled for tomorrow. We will be meeting with students initially at 10 a.m. And then we have a private event for some RSVP community members at noon And then there's another meet and greet event that is going to be made available to other members of the public later on in the afternoon, also in Alice. These events have been really instrumental in us bridging those partnerships and communications with our local supporters as well. So we're very, very excited about that work that's taking place. So just to kind of reiterate what Amanda mentioned, I do want to thank Dr. Castaneda for leading those efforts as the regional site director. So thank you, Dr. Castaneda. I don't see you on the screen because there's quite a bit of people on here, but we do thank you for that work. The Pleasanton meet and greet, I know it's taking place. I just don't recall the date. So that's how my Anna's
December 3rd.
Okay.
Information will be coming out about that as well. But yes, December 3rd.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, Anna makes sure that I'm at everywhere where I need to be from day to day because yeah, our calendars have been pretty full. So that's what I have as far as some of the updates after this month's board meeting. I kind of want to just gauge the room. I don't know if this could go in the Q&A or we could just get some feedback. Do you all feel that these types of town halls and sessions are helpful? I think that's important to kind of note as well.
The IE department is creating a survey as we speak, and we'll be sending that out.
Great.
There are no more questions at this time.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hold everyone back to the great work that takes place every day. I think we can adjourn this meeting if there's no other questions. Okay. I'll see you all. Have a good Wednesday. And if I don't get to see you all before next week, have a wonderful Thanksgiving break. We appreciate everything that you do and enjoy the time with your family and loved ones. And we'll be back at it again after the little break is over.